tao lang naman tayo, sino bang gagawa sa atin yan? Only people who have bad feelings, negative feelings about us. And yes, I do acknowledge that it is possible na politika din ang dahilan. Personal issues of the person.
Is this, can you attribute that to what you and your husband experienced many years back? Those 2 rape charges.
I don't think that they are directly related to that. Perhaps that has been my position, my personality ever since I engaged in various committee hearings in the House, even before Quadcom, no? But you've mentioned about the cases that my husband and I went through, no? It brought a lot of impact to my life, to my family's life. And nakikita ko siya sa social media ngayon, Casey. Every time that I interpolate, lumalabas lagi yung fabricated cases of rape ng asawa ko. With the branding that tinago ko ang asawa ko.
Yes.
I evaded the law.
That's what's going around. That here you are holding people to account, and yet you told your husband to hide and not face these charges when they were filed against him. Talaga bang tinago niyo yung asawa niyo?
Yes. Tinago ko po ang asawa ko. It is because I needed to step back. So, hindi po totoo na I evaded the law. I just needed to step back because I needed to prepare my husband. I needed to prepare my young children then. I needed to prepare my kababayan in Mabini. Kasi may kaso yung mayor nila, di ba? And rape case is a very scandalous case, no? As soon as I believe that all of them are prepared already, I made my husband make voluntary surrender before the court. Na-arraign po siya. We attended the pre-trial. As a matter of fact, we filed a petition for bail. That's why he was able to get his temporary liberty. The prosecution was able to present their evidence. And from our end, the accused, we also presented our evidence. And we were able to prove, Casey, that the complainant is a fictitious personality. At first, I felt so frustrated because being a lawyer, a member of the bar, kabaro ko yung fiscal eh. Kabaro ko yung judge eh. How come that they were able to have this case, a warrant of arrest is issued, and the complainant is inexistent? We verified her identity with PSA, the Philippine Statistics Authority, with SHED, with DepEd, with COMELEC, and even with her alleged place of birth. I think it's in Bacoor, Cavite. Her identity is totally inexistent. And then, when I go over the documents of the court and even of the prosecution, all the notices are returned to sender. The notices to the complainant, the notices to my husband, everything are returned to sender. Ibig sabihin, the address which is being used for my husband is erroneous. And the address that was submitted by the complainant is inexistent as well.
Was there ever a point during that time when you also were afraid that the truth might say otherwise? That here you are, you're trying to defend your husband, pero meron ba kayong kaba na baka totoo? Diba? Ano yung nararamdaman nyo ng mga panahon yun?
Well, the first time I learned about that case, the fabricated case of rape, I immediately asked my husband. I asked him once. Ang sabi ko sa kanya, tatanungin kita ng isang beses lang. Whatever you will tell me, I will believe you. And the moment he said, that is not true, that is fabricated, and that is the time I initially made my stand. I need to have that warrant of arrest quashed.
And that happened.
Yeah.
But
As a
then
matter of fact,
there was
Casey,
another one
yeah.
that came.
As a matter of fact, to finish the first fabricated case of rape, the court rendered a decision dismissing the case with prejudice. Ibig sabihin, they cannot refile the case. And we were able to overwhelmingly establish that there is no complainant at all.
At all. Okay.
But it's so hard to believe, Casey, di ba? They went through the preliminary investigation. They went through the judicial determination of probable cause. They issued the warrant. And there is no person complaining my husband.
I know, you mentioned about the conflict. Pero ito you took an oath as a lawyer to defend the rule of law, hindi ba? And then you see, itong mga sinabi mo, kabaro nyo, circumventing the law. That must have been difficult. How difficult was that for you to see that, okay, this is the reality that I have to face?
At first, I was thinking to go against them, to file the necessary administrative cases. Pero when I started assuming my office as Congresswoman of Batangas 2nd District, and I saw the courage and the dedication of the people in the DOJ, which heads the preliminary investigation processes, most especially under the leadership of Secretary Boying. I submitted myself that perhaps this is an isolated case. Siguro naman, mas maraming fiscal at mas maraming judges ang tapat sa kanilang tungkulin.
Kailan ho yan nangyari? Pagkatapos or bago nung pangalawang complaint? Kasi may pangalawang dumating, hindi ba?
This happened after the 2 complaints. The second complaint happened 2 weeks after the court granted my husband's petition for bail. So, ibig sabihin, kakabalik lang niya ng Mabini, kaka-assume lang ulit niya ng kanyang office as mayor of Mabini. We discovered another rape case. Pero swerte namin, Casey, inabutan ko siya sa preliminary investigation during the time that it is still with the Office of the Prosecutor. So we were able to file the necessary counter-affidavit. I made a complete account of his whereabouts. Every hour, every day, I submitted a complete account of my husband's whereabouts. But what is significant, Casey, kung anong modus dun sa first case, same modus dun sa second case.
Did you ever find out who was behind this?
I honestly believe that these people will not leave any footprint, no? Pero tao lang naman tayo, sino bang gagawa sa atin yan? Only people who have bad feelings, negative feelings about us. And yes, I do acknowledge that it is possible na politika din ang dahilan.